Minecraft. I don't know why every time I do a commentary video, I do hardcore. I actually haven't played Minecraft in like a week or two. I haven't played any computer games in like a week because Pokopia was released. So the other day I was talking with my mom and the topic of COVID came up, the pandemic. And so for context, I was 9 turning 10. I think March 13th was when the pandemic started and my birthday was March 14th. Yay. That means I have very little memory of 2020 through 2022. There were a few memories that I did remember from that time, where they were just in this like sort of nebulous void of time. But yeah, COVID really fucked me up, I think. I will say, I don't know where I'd be without COVID. I feel like I would be an entirely different person if it weren't for COVID, probably for the worse. COVID made me mature a lot faster, and you know, in some ways I hate that, in some ways I like that. That's not the point of this video. I was going through my photos with my mom, and I realized I did not take a single selfie from mid 2020 to mid 2021, but I did save a lot of TikToks, and I'm sure if you already saw in the title, which you likely have, this is my segue. In retrospect, I will say that I think short form video almost probably killed me, or rather probably almost got me to kill myself. I'm not solely blaming, it was specifically TikTok. I'm not solely blaming TikTok, but it definitely was part of the reason, and I'll get to it eventually. But I mainly want to talk about just why I hate short form content and social media in general. 2022 was when I quit TikTok and I moved over to Twitter to try and wean off of the short form content. That was a mistake, mainly because the reason the short form content is so bad is because you don't really have any agency. A video is just thrust upon you and you don't get to choose if you want to watch it or not. To some degree, the same does apply for Twitter. And so yeah, a text is, you know, a little less engaging. It makes you, you know, actually read. And so I thought that it would be healthier for me, but it was as addictive. It didn't help. I still remember Twitter because this was when my mental health was improving, but I have noticed that if I had to make a graph of my mental health over time, the speed at which my mental health improved went up significantly after I dropped Twitter. I'm not even joking. A lot of people, their justification for staying on social media is just FOMO. They don't want to miss out on all the trends and all that. A lot of people have Twitter as a news source. Something I realized after quitting TikTok is that if there is fucking hell, if there's news which is important enough, it will get to me eventually. The news that gets to you through TikTok and Twitter isn't important. It is a bit selfish, I will admit, but honestly, to a certain degree, you just kind of have to accept that there's nothing that you can do about a lot of these. My mic just died. You only have one life, and it's like, what's the point of spending it miserable about things that you can't even do about? That was not coherent. You only have so much time on this earth, and not only are you spending it being angry over tweets, but then also you can't do anything about it. It's a bit of a doomer mentality, but it's like, you've got optimistic nihilism and optimistic doomerism. I mean, you know what, fuck it, let's just start with the story. Like, there isn't much of a story here because there's not much I can talk about because I don't remember any of it. It's probably trauma. I discovered TikTok pretty early. It was October 2019 is when I signed up, and I didn't really use it much. I just thought it was the funny dance app. And then once COVID came around, I really got hooked, and that's where my memory ends. Genuinely, I'm not kidding. I'm gonna look at my phone, try and see if I can get some memories. Something I've been wanting to do as a video is just going through all my old photos and saved videos, or just doing that in general. A lot of the times when I want to do something just for myself, I have to rationalize it by turning it into a video because I'm a YouTuber. But it's probably better for my mental health that I just do that on my own time. I've really been prioritizing I've been trying to prioritize my mental health more, and I actually think that I'm in a pretty good mental state. I've gotten to a point where I can genuinely just tell myself, my thoughts are my thoughts, I am not my thoughts, and these are feelings, these don't represent me, these will pass. And it works. Like, I can just do the things that your therapist tells you to do. Clap sync. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully that works. So let's go back to, where do I start? Well, that's pretty intriguing. Oh, that's actually cute. So I guess this was meant to be a video of me playing through Let's Go with my sister. That's actually kind of cute. Whose me is that? Is that my brother? So I think that this was a pretty good... This is a decent indicator of where I was mentally going into the year. What is this? What does this mean? Why is there the bisexual... Oh, I remember this place. Oh, this was the best fucking place, dude. Oh my god, there was this Chinese restaurant that we went to like once a month, and they had fortune cookies. Oh my god, it was the fucking best. But they closed, man. They closed. Editor, can you feel free to just censor your I edit my own videos. Keep this in. Feel free to censor our face. Oh, I still have this plushie actually. It's in the back of my room right now. It's over. I still don't know how it's on that desk. Collapsing again. Okay, what was this? I didn't want to address it, but I was a gotcha life kid. Not me failing to use a fidget spinner. Clap sync number 3. Okay. Subtle foreshadowing. Bubblegum Simulator, man. I used to love Bubblegum Simulator. I still do. I have to admit, you can literally see. If you look at my folders right here, you can see activate BGSI. Ignore that. By the way, this is all within the first 8 days of January. Like, this is how much I was doing. How many like videos of myself I was taking. I look miserable here. Bro, peep the jawline. Was I mewing? Oh my god, I remember this. I thought this was 2019. I went over to this kid's house and he played NBA 2K the whole time. Who the
Get Honey, it gives you free promo codes.
No! Oh my god, did I actually yell that at a random person in the road? Holy shit. If I were American, I think I would have been shot. Aww. Ella.
Alright, listen to this. We all know the joke, 6 is scared of 7 because 7, 8, 9. But no one ever... Alright, listen to this.
Why did I post that? There were a total of 3 frames in this video and I ended it early. Dude, those waffles look good as shit. Holy. I'm not dodging the furry allegations. Holy shit. So that's why I was bullied in school. Oh my fucking god. I try to make sure to keep my YouTube life and my social life far away from each other nowadays. I also make sure not to record around family members, record day-to-day activities. So far in watching this, we haven't even gotten to March by the way, but so far in watching through this, I have violated every single one of my principles that I have for myself when I record a video nowadays. This is a little painful to watch. Dude, that looks good as shit. Why couldn't I have gotten that at a time where I could remember it? We're in March now. Oh my god, I was a Redditor. What? What the fuck? I mean, I guess I need to learn somehow. What the fuck is going on? The contrast between this face and the sheer mental anguish that I was experiencing at the time is really funny. Okay, I'll take a look at that later.
Since my last 3 or 4 TikToks have gone viral, I figured I'd let you in on a little secret. To prove this works, use this audio and create your own video doing something totally random, and I bet you it works.
Alright, so how well did that video do? Oh. I am not dodging the furry allegations. Holy shit. Huh. Marvelous. Oh my god, that looks awesome. Fuck. I was such a fat fuck at the time, now I have to deal with the consequences. The pikacookies depression arc began in May. Literally the most developmental years of mine were spent online in a community that hated me. Now, in retrospect, I understand that I was kind of a burden on the staff of the Bubblegum Simulator wiki. I don't want to get into it because it's cringe and also fuck you, but a combination of being locked inside for 2 years, the only person I was really talking to on a daily basis was very manipulative. That mixed with TikTok is what you're about to see here. Kitty!
Eve. You got this one? Eve.
What was I doing?
Eve. 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 No, I'm gonna stop saying Eve. Shush.
If this isn't a sign of either ADHD or autism, I don't know what is. Great, another cow. My brother said I couldn't go viral for trimming a patch of grass, so prove him wrong. He wasn't wrong. No, he was right. He's what, not right? So I mean, I think that you can kind of tell by this point that I'm taking less and less videos, especially in public. So I think this is when the depression began.
If I offer you this $20 bill, would you take it? Sure you would. It's worth 20 bucks. It's valuable. But what if I crinkle it up like this and step on it? Would you still take it? Of course you would, because the value is still the same. No matter what happens to you, no matter how much life beats you up, your value is still the same, and no one can take that away from you.
That's actually real as fuck. So here we're at the point where I'm gonna stop for a bit. You might have noticed that now I'm at a point in looking through this where I am pretty much exclusively looking at TikToks. There's no more selfies, there's no more vlogs or whatever. It's just TikToks. And you might have noticed that I also said this is about the time where I began to become depressed as shit. When you lack anything to really live for, an easy thing to do is to just seek out as much dopamine as possible all the time, even if you don't really gain anything from it. It's, you know, an easy trap to fall into for anyone, especially a child. And that's exactly what you can see starting to happen here. Without anything really to live for, you know, my everything sort of feeling like it was falling apart for me as I just started to scroll all day, because that's the only source of humor or light in my life at the time. I was stuck inside. I had one friend who I would barely talk to. It was just an unfortunate situation, really. That's all I wanted to interject with for now. Clap sync time. Oh, yeah, that was my avatar at the time. I really hated my face, even online. Oh, by the way, it's gone from May to December. Something I think is important. Oh, wow. That's actually a pretty good photo.
Oh, look. It's the friend that gets left out.
Alright, so this is what I was trying to get to. This video I clicked on while I was talking with my mom. I mentioned that earlier. This is what started this whole video idea. Sign of depression, sign of depression, sign of depression. Or anxiety, sorry. Sign of depression, sign of depression, sign of depression, or stress. Sign of depression, sign of depression, sign of depression, sign of depression. And then, of course, there's all these fucking things that you can see here, you know. A lot of the videos that I was saving became a lot sadder, you know. And so finally, I can talk about what I actually wanted to talk about this video, which is, on the internet, basically, the way an algorithm works is that if you engage with content, the algorithm sees that you engage with that content and tries to give you similar content to that. And so what that can cause is an echo chamber, which is basically just when you keep hearing the same things over and over again. For example, what I think happened with me is that at the time, struggling with depression, I began to engage with depressing content, which led to me getting more depressing content and, you know, starting to think things because I would see people talking about how they felt and I would suddenly start to feel differently until at a certain point I got more and more depressed until it all culminated in 2022 where I began having suicidal thoughts. 2022 is the one time in my entire life where I had active suicidal thoughts. This was when I was genuinely thinking I would like to die. I want to kill myself. And I think that a large part of that was this echo chamber. And so honestly, I'm making this video more as a warning than anything else. That's the reason why I hate short form content. On YouTube, when you open your For You page, you get a list of videos that you can choose to click from there. You have to choose what you want to watch. Whereas with TikTok, what you do is you hit the For You page, scroll, 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 scroll. You aren't choosing what you're looking at. So on top of many other bad things that can cause for like your mental state, it means that you can't just avoid things like that, you know, videos that just make you sad. They are pushed onto you. In my specific case, that could have led to something disastrous if I didn't, you know, reach out for help. But generally speaking, scrolling isn't good for your mental health, even if it doesn't get to a point like that. The whole thing is taking agency away from the viewer. There's a whole slew of reasons why it's awful for you. Anyways, I guess I should wrap up the story. Twitter, rather than making me sad, just made me angry. You're not supposed to know about everything happening everywhere all the time. And so if you do, it just sucks to the point where you just start to become a negative person. Is it selfish of me to choose to ignore all the problems in the world for my own mental health? I don't really have an answer. I don't know. But honestly, I think that the one thing that matters most in the world is just being happy. You know, you only get so much time on this earth, so spend it well. Usually my commentary videos are focused on a topic where I can tell a story and then tell funny anecdotes about it, but this one is just more of a warning, really. I don't have a funny way to end this video, really. Just take care of yourself. Things do get better, no matter how long it takes. A lot of the times, you hear people say this and you don't really believe it. I know from experience. I didn't believe that things would get better. Because I didn't believe that things could get better for me, I didn't try to make things better. I assume that a lot of my, viewer base is people similar to me. And so if that's true, I assume that a lot of my viewers also struggle with the same problems that I do. And so I think that's kind of why I felt the need to make this video. It's hard to figure out things by yourself, But yeah, anyways, TLDR, don't use short form content. It'll kill you.
Making outros for YouTube videos is hard. Just like my